justice for a local family.
We did our sentence for 30 years, so he gets to do his now.
Call a closure tonight for a local brother and sister whose mother disappeared decades ago.
When a Waterford Township mom's body was found floating in the Gulf of Mexico, she was a Jane Doe until her family cracked the case. And today a jury convicted her second husband of first-degree murder in a Florida courtroom.
7 Action News reporter Julie Bonovich joins us tonight with more. And Julie, how did the family finally break this case open?
Stephen and Glenda, her son actually gets a lot of credit for finding his mother and solving her murder. Jeff Early is now 40 years old and living in Grand Blanc, but he made sure to be with the rest of the family in Florida today for the trial and when that verdict was read. It took the jury less than 3 hours to convict William Hurst for killing his wife 3 decades ago and dumping her body in the Gulf of Mexico.
It's just shocking. It's finally over. You know, we did our sentence for 30 years, so he gets to do his now.
Jeff Early and his sister were just kids when their mother, Amy Hurst, moved to Florida to be with her new husband. One day, the 29-year-old just seemed to disappear without a trace.
But got help getting rid of the body. He's still guilty of first-degree murder.
During the trial, the defense argued that Hurst, now 61, accidentally killed his wife back then during an argument. But Amy's body was found wrapped in a green bedspread and an Afghan with a cinder block and chain tied around her waist. She had been a Jane Doe until her family connected the dots.
Today we got results. He's going to rot in his jail cell.
While looking for answers in his mother's disappearance a few years ago, Jeff stumbled upon that Jane Doe found in a green bedspread on a missing persons website, and it triggered a memory.
What caught my attention was I did remember my mom having a green bedspread.
He also recognized the Afghan to be similar to the one his grandmother made, and his sister also recognized some turquoise jewelry found with the body. Jeff contacted Florida police, and a DNA sample confirmed that Jane Doe was indeed his mother, Amy.
I've been getting my closure in bits and pieces, and now that, I've got the last piece, we can put it all together and, and close this chapter in our lives and move on.
30 years later, the family finally has their closure, and Amy's children can finally stop looking for their mother. After the guilty verdict was read, William Hurst was also sentenced to life in prison. Up until now, he's been living in Kentucky, and Jeff said this was the first time he ever saw him again last year when all this started back up again. Reporting live, Julie Bonovich, 7 Action News.